Hello guys, how you doing today? From my pigsty, whoops, gosh knows what, man, can't take me anywhere, can you? Guys, talking about Obamacare right now. I recently qualified for it, and due to a disability and as well as some other problems, I only work part-time, so I make a very minute income. However, this year I came right in that cusp of qualifying for Obamacare. Now, I didn't know all that much about it, but I thought, hey, I can get some things done finally, primarily for me, some psychological help, therapy and things like that. Also, as well, some physical problems to take care of. I want to go back and work full time. I'm not one of these people that are relying on SSI and SSD and all this stuff, trying to draw off the government. I personally want to get out there and work for a living. Unfortunately, though, due to a lot of factors, it's made it rather difficult for me, so I work around 15 hours a week or so. Okay, back to Obamacare. I started going to my primary doctor. Everything's going pretty good. Told him about my arthritis, some cervical problems, also lumbar down to my lower back, and the fact that I sleep about around maybe 2 or 3 hours a night. That's cumulative, by the way. I'm up and down all night long. It's affecting me. I have a lot of sleep deprivation. As a matter of fact, I was downstairs a minute ago and I was asked to put down my address on a form to recertify where I'm staying here. I have to do recertification every year. And I sat there and I sat there and I sat there, and the lady at the desk was looking at me. And I said, I don't want to be embarrassed, but I don't know the address. She said 1000. I went, oh, that's right. Come on, guys. I didn't even know my own address. That's how bad this, I don't know if it's sleep deprivation, if it's dementia. I don't know what's going on. Doctors, I talk to them, they ignore it. It's like no big deal. So I don't know, but anyway, my doctor told me to go see a orthopedic doctor, so I did. The orthopedic doctor referred me to physical therapy. I go into physical therapy, and my Obamacare plan, which is Coventry, it's through Carolina Medical Health Clinic. That's where it's went through. They pretty much what they did is they told me there was a $1,000 deductible. Now, I figured that $1,000 deductible is that I'm in the hospital, maybe something like in a wreck and I have to go in for particular things and stuff. That's where that $1,000 cushion is. So I had to pay up to that, right? Okay, physical therapy, and every insurance policy I ever had that had a deductible. It didn't matter if I went to physical therapy, which was referred by my orthopedic doctor. So I get over there and they tell me that I'm responsible for 100% of the services rendered. 100%. Obamacare. It's supposed to be so wonderful, right? You still, if you go to the hospital, you're still going to be buried in and you have insurance. If I took a step up on that plan and my little minute amount of income that I bring in, I would be spending around $300 a month on a premium with a lower deductible. So is it better than nothing? I debate it. I really do. I debate it. I mean, doctors don't do physicals anymore. I learned that. The only thing they do is they check your heart rate and make sure your heart's still beating the way it's supposed to, and they check your breathing and make sure your lungs are doing what they're supposed to do. They do a reflex test, on your elbows and on your knees, just to make sure all that's going okay. And then they do this, grab this, move that, move down, go like that, go like this type stuff. And after it's all done, well, Mr. Crozier, we appreciate it so much. Have a nice day. And I'm like, what about my prostate, guys? You know, I'm a man. I got one of those. Why don't you do that digital thing where you go up in the old asshole and start moving it around, you know? They don't do that anymore. That's a thing of the past. So that's the name of the tune, guys. I can't afford physical therapy, so I'm going back over to see the sports medicine doctor. That cost me $40 a pop. And yeah, I can afford that, guys. You know, I may have to skip a hamburger here and there, but I can afford $40. But when it comes to $300 to $400 a pop for physical therapy, going at least 3 times, now I know you might be out there saying, well, gee, you know, you'd be close to hitting that $1,000 deductible. Yeah, at the same time, I miss my rent payment. I don't eat. You know, I'd much rather, and I always told everybody, the #1 priority is where you live, keeping a roof over your head. The second priority is food in your stomach. Then everything else follows. So that's my philosophy. That's the way I've lived all my life. So anyway, that's my pet peeve on Obamacare. You know, it's kind of funny. You know, we talk about socialism. Socialism gets such a bad rap. Actually, it's not as bad as it seems. Living here in the United States, it calls democracy, basically it's capitalism. There's a difference between the two. Capitalism basically lives off of greed. It's the top man punching, going after it, and all the little people are going like that, falling down, they're just stepping on them. Socialism is basically where the Social Security came from. That's the socialization attitude of being entitled as you get older to get something back that you put into. Okay. I will admit Social Security is flawed. It is. It always has been. Socialism in its purest form. In Canada, there's this thing about they have to wait in line for a long, long time to get to see your doctor. Guys, I'll tell you what. If you don't have insurance and you try to get a doctor here, okay, you're going to wait a long time. If you go to a hospital in the ER, a lot of times you're going to wait a long time, and you're not going to get 100% treatment in the ER. They're going to patch you up, send you out and say, make sure you go talk to your primary doctor. I say, I don't have one. Then they refer you somewhere. You go there, and there's another wait. So guys, don't be fooled about that in Canada. Don't be fooled about it. You know, hey, they get teeth care in Canada. Okay, if I have a back problem, I can have it taken care of, and I've already paid through my taxes. So I don't have to worry so much about being banged like we are in the United States on our taxes. They bang us all the time. We get nothing out of it. You know, okay? We really don't get much out of it. Then we get this Obamacare bullshit, and it's not worth a crap. Okay? You can't have it one way and have it another. Either you have total socialization or you don't. Socialism, I guess I should say. Socialism. Either you do or you don't. You can't have both ways. And that's where our country is beginning to fail. We have to make a decision on which way we would like to go. We can't go both. Now, a lot of you may be saying, Bob, why don't you move to Canada? Believe me, I've been tempted to. Not that I don't love living here in the United States. I've lived here all my life. I'm a patriot. I love this country. But you can get so much more in Canada than you can here in the United States now. The United States isn't what it used to be. It's really not. And, you know, the only reason why I'd go to Canada is for their health care. It's the only reason I would go. If you remember the Olympics in London, the Queen made sure that their little ceremony they did at the very beginning showed a doctor's bed going down, all the nurses and all that. They were really wanting the United States to know we have a better health care program than you do. And boy, she really made sure that was shoved down our throats. I mean, it was pretty plainly obvious that that's what she was doing. So, the United States, do we need to wake up? I don't know. I'm debating that right now. Do we really need to wake up in regard to health care for all, in which Obama tried it and it's not seemed to be working as well as people thought it would? Because you're trying to shove democracy, capitalism, and socialism all into one, you just can't do it. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. You either have one or you have the other. You can't have both. And that's my 2 cents worth. So guys, Obamacare, it has its flaws. Will they somehow or another fix it? I don't know. To be honest with you, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Everybody's saying, gee, boy, I can't wait till Obama's out. Hey, I can't either. But I couldn't wait when Bush was out. I think both have been lousy presidents. I'm hoping and praying that Republican or Democrat, surely Hillary Clinton, everybody thinks she's a shoo-in. Dang, she hasn't even won the primary yet, Democratic primary. So I don't even know if she's going to even make it through that, let alone be president of the United States. So Democrat or Republican, I don't really care, just as long as we got someone strong to go in there and take the country the way the country needs to be taken. Be the president that's for the people and get in there and fix some of these problems that we have that Obama and Bush both put us in. Now, Republicans are going, it's Obama. No, it's both. Bush and Obama. Both of them have screwed everything up. And we need somebody to get in there now and change it. So that's the way I feel, It's the way I feel. So I'm sure I'm going to get some hateful comments. This is one of these videos that I'm making that I'm sure everybody's going to be screaming down below. But, that's the way I look at it. We have spent so much time trying to develop socialism in this country, and it just, either you do or you don't. That's my philosophy. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.